Welcome back. This is the final episode of the English Mushroom Mystery Story. I'm Dr. Chris Ho. We have been following this true crime from Australia step by step, from the deadly lunch to the investigation, the arrest, the trial, and finally the sentencing. So, today in episode 6, we will review the whole story and, most importantly, the English that we have learned together. We will revise it and reinforce what we learned in the previous episodes. This will help you remember and use the words naturally in your own life. Let's go back to the beginning and recap. It started with a family lunch in Victoria, Australia. Erin Patterson cooked beef Wellington, a dish with meat, pastry, and mushrooms. After the meal, 4 guests became sick. 3 died later. Okay. Police began to suspect that the mushrooms were poisonous or the mushrooms were deadly. Erin herself did not get sick. The case grew darker. The beef Wellington was made from leftovers. Police tried to understand her intention, her motive. Was it an accident? Or was it on purpose? Was it intentional? After weeks of investigation, Erin was arrested and charged. Police said they found new evidence from her phone and computer. Friends gave statements. She was taken to court. The trial lasted 11 weeks. The jury listened to the lawyers. They asked, what was her motive? In the end, the jury gave their verdict, guilty. Finally, the court returned for sentencing. Families gave impact statements about their pain. The judge decided the punishment. Erin faces a possible life sentence. She has 28 days to make an appeal. This is the real story that shocked Australia, the Mushroom Woman case. We learned a few vocabulary words throughout this series. Let's review 10 of the most useful ones. Suspect. A suspect is someone who we think has done wrong. Or as a verb, when you suspect someone, you think that the person did something wrong. The police suspect her of lying. Claim is to say something is true, but we don't really know if it is. She claimed she saw a UFO. She claimed she saw a spaceship in the sky. She said she did, but we don't know, so we use the word claim. Guilty. She is guilty. So someone has done something wrong. They are guilty. They are guilty of stealing. So usually it's something bad. Guilty. Investigate is to look for answers. The police will investigate the case. The teacher will investigate the problem at the school. Deadly, something that can kill. So the snake has deadly venom. So the poison in the snake's fangs can kill. It's deadly. It's poisonous and it's deadly. Arrest means to catch someone, to stop someone and take them away. She was arrested yesterday. Evidence, information or proof. You can use that in everyday life. I don't have any evidence that he took my book. In the story, it's about police and evidence. The police found new evidence, evidence to prove that Erin is the killer. Trial. A trial is a case that goes to court. When the suspect is on trial, they go to court. In the story, the trial, the court case, lasted many weeks. How many? If you remember, it was 11 weeks, a long time. Then we have verdict, which is the decision of the jury. You can use this in everyday life. For example, you watched the TV show and you make a verdict, you make a decision. My verdict is that the bad guy was not guilty, that the bad guy was fine, not guilty. That's my verdict. Many people's verdict were different to mine. Sentencing. This is used in legal vocabulary. So sentencing means when the judge decides on the punishment. The judge sentenced Aaron to life imprisonment. The sentencing will happen next week when the judge has reviewed the case. So we also practiced some useful English grammar features in the context of each episode. So the passive voice, you can go back and revise that. It says she was arrested. He was charged. You can say, my brother was tired. My teacher was angry. That's passive. So it's not the person that's the focal point. It's what he or she was doing or felt. He was angry. He was tired. The other important grammar point was reported speech. This is very common. You need to know it. No, you're reporting what someone said. For example, my mother said that dinner is ready. So you're reporting that to your brothers and sisters. My mother says dinner is ready. The teacher said we have to finish the work by next week. So you're telling your friend, your classmate, what the teacher said. You're reporting it to them. My teacher said that I have to finish the work by tomorrow. And then the word will, which is future. Sometimes we need to use this about future. Like the judge will decide the punishment in 2 weeks' time. I will go to the football match in 2 weeks' time. I will study tonight. So these are some simple English patterns. They're very common also in news, in everyday usage. And now you know how to use them. Practice using them. Now let's finish with some practice questions. Listen to the questions. Try to answer them. Repeat the questions and how they are said. 1. What food was cooked at the lunch? What food was cooked at the lunch? Beef Wellington. What did the police find on her computer and phone? What did the police find on her computer and phone? Evidence. Evidence to show that she was guilty. Who listened in court for 11 weeks? Who? The jury, which were the 12 people, listened in court for 11 weeks. What was the final verdict? What was the final verdict? The final verdict was guilty. Guilty. What is the strongest punishment in this case? What is the strongest punishment in this case? A life sentence. A life sentence. Congratulations, you've come this far. You have completed the English Mushroom Mystery Story series. Together, we have learned real English in real situation. Words and grammar from a real case in Australia. Yes, you can look up the case. You can search the internet for Australia Mushroom Woman Killer. You've practiced listening, speaking, and understanding news style English at an A2 B1 level. If you enjoyed this series, I've got another one too. You might have seen it. It's the English Mystery Detective. Share it with a friend. Rewatch the episodes to review, to practice the vocabulary because practice makes perfect. Which word was most useful for you in the whole series? How did you like the story? And thank you for learning with me. This was a serious and sad story, but it helped us to learn real, useful English. See you in the next series.